Kickstarter Critique, where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. First and foremost, I do apologize if my voice sounds off. I took yesterday off because I had a sore throat, and I am now recovering from it, so hopefully I'm not pushing myself too strong here. But I am super excited to check out today's projects, The Bad Karmas and The Curse of Cthulhu. The main reason why I'm super excited to check this one out is because I love anytime you can shove more technology into my board games. Now, I know that's not for everybody, but for me, I'm all about it. Hey, see Goody, thanks for joining. So I'm excited to check this out. Now, Tebaru is something that I wanted to try. I've actually tried to try it at 2 different conventions. I just never got around to it because I'm super busy at conventions and I always find something else to do. But I've been wanting to check this one out for a while. But before we get into it, I do want to say that I'm very cautiously concerned about this project because they're pushing this out right now, and it doesn't make much sense to me why they're pushing this out right now. There's a couple different reasons why they might push this out right now, and none of them are particularly great. So we'll talk about that in a little bit of a teaser there. But right now, looking at the main image, I see Cthulhu and your name and nothing else. Wow, way to not generate any excitement at all with an image. Like, okay, wow, how special is Cthulhu? Not at all. You're not telling me it's an app-driven board game. You're not telling me, it has this latest technology and crazy dice with sensors in it. You're just like, oh yeah, it's a Cthulhu game. Hopefully you click on it and find out. Like, you don't even mention the fact it's Tebaru, except right there. It's so, ugh. But The Bad Karmas returns with a full reprint and a new standalone expansion, The Curse of Cthulhu, battle against giant AI-driven monsters in the dynamic and immersive co-op boss battle for 1 to 5 players, featuring new hero archetypes and 6 new bosses from the Cthulhu mythos. The Bad Karmas must once again fight to save humanity without succumbing to the Curse of Cthulhu. That sounds cool. Yikes, hate that image. Agreed. Also, really, really, really hate that image for what this is. Like, that would be a bad image if this were just a regular board game, but this is just so much specialer. Now, there's so much to talk about this. I did a lot of research on this one, which I don't normally do. I actually watched this guy's video. I believe he's in French or something, because he's the only reviewer who has, like, anything out right now. He's got a 37-minute video, and I was listening to the subtitles, and he's got some concerns with it. And I've just been reading about it, so we're going to sprinkle that. But let's get into it. Let's just get into the video, see what's going on. As always with the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. 204, not bad.
After a night filled with nightmares, I awoke aboard a vast exploration vessel. The ship had been dispatched to seek out ancient gods from beyond the stars.
Okay, typically not a big fan of just straight up theme throwing at me right here at the beginning, but I do want to point out that this is a different type of thing. I'm going to look at this through different lenses because we might be seeing in-game footage from the actual app because there's going to be like a huge iPad that you have or a tablet or phone, so take it with a grain of salt how heavy they go into the theme.
The great old ones who had begun to stir from their eons-long slumber. And guess who's stuck saving the world again? Welcome to a new narrative game that expands the world of the Bad Karmas and brings them into the eldritch world of Cthulhu.
Okay, so I like one thing they did there. They've immediately introduced the concept that this is expansion. It is a standalone expansion. It's adding to an already existing world, which once again helps with the can you do it aspect because, oh, you've already done it, in theory, with you saying that, right? Looks good. Cool table presence. See, like that. Like, look at that shot right there. How much better does that shot look than the super generic artwork on the front? Like, I want to see the giant light-up Cthulhu. I want to know why Cthulhu's lit up. Like, main image. Garb.
Forget the usual investigators. Only our chosen ones can face the ancient gods and hope to survive, or be reckless enough to try.
I'm glad we took 6 seconds to make miniatures weapons light up specific colors. Thank you.
The great old...
Like, I just don't get that. It's like 5% of your video, right? Roughly? 4?
ones are powerful and terrifying.
Minis.
Thanks to Tebaru, they are intelligent and reactive as never before. Rizal Itakia's chilling presence and relentless pursuit that can either freeze you solid or devour your very soul. Encounter Haster in the otherworldly city of Carcosa, and watch out for his crazed...
Yeah, so if I'm getting a bunch of these really cool light-up miniatures that are all going to be different and asymmetric, which is what you're getting, because, spoiler, I looked into this because I really like the concept of this game, spotlight that on the front.
Followers. enter an ancient, ever-growing jungle to face off against Shub-Nigrath.
So different maps? Cool.
Tebaru seamlessly fuses the physical and digital worlds. The sensorized smart game responds instantly to your physical actions, triggering visual, audio, and in-game events. Plus, once you own the system, there's no need to buy another. As we sailed into...
So that's an interesting choice. They really chose to mention that at the end as opposed to the beginning. To lean into the technology more or lean into the technology less. And I feel like that was a very obvious play right there for them to say, we're not going to mention the technology until we already know you want the game, right? I'm interested to know that because a lot of people do not like apps in their game, and a lot of people do, and a lot of people are indifferent. Like it's so interesting. I love the fact that this feels like we're exploring a new area of our hobby, right? There's going to be Tebaru ripoffs. There already are. And Tebaru's probably, like, it's just, I'm excited to see it. I saw one at Gen Con, too. They have, like, this little Roomba that, like, rolled around. It's like, where are we going? I love it.
The ruins, an unspeakable dread began to swell from beneath the sea. And at that point,
wait,
where
the hell?
would go off, so I can call it a bad dream.
Where are you? Where'd the video go? I lost the video. I do apologize. I'm gonna guess it wasn't amazing at the end. How does that happen? Where's the video? Okay, yeah, let's happen at the end.
That point.
Oh, Cthulhu's big now. Whatever. Is it a big mini, though? You show me a big mini, I'd care. Is that my daughter whining? Please don't tell me. Oh, please don't my daughter whining. So what do we got? We got 2 boxes, big boxes that... Okay, cool. After that, do I want it? I'm interested. I don't know if I'm, like, super sold, but I definitely do. As someone who's app-driven, I definitely kind of do more. But if I wasn't, I don't know. I want to see more. I love the idea of the system, but I feel like they are launching it too early. And that's what I really want to get to here. Because, as always, we like to go through the track record of the people before. And so they've had 3. They had the Bad Karmas, Tebaru, the first one, which was on Kickstarter. And I can't imagine it did nearly as well as they'd hoped at $311,000. Which is why I think they switched over to GameFound for their next 2 projects. But I covered that. And if I recall correctly, I don't think it was because of the technology. If I recall correctly, it's because I didn't think the Kickstarter page was good at all. Because I remember being excited and covering that, and I don't think I gave it a positive grade. But anywho, here's the thing. This just came out. Yes, Ricardo gets it. Ricardo gets where I'm going. This is a $1 million project that is nowhere near being out. Like, I just checked their last update, and they were talking about how, like, you know, there's something wrong with the dice. They're going to have to do something different with the dice. And then this one is out, but it just came out, like, now. Like, I'm pretty sure they were probably selling it, like, Essen and stuff. And that really pisses me. Well, let me rewind. I'm not pissed yet. Until I saw their advertisement where they were specifically advertising their 8.8 rating on Board Game Geek, which has already gone down from 8.8 to 8.6, and I imagine it's going to only to continue to go down because A, that's a pretty dang high rating right now, and B, when you go through the comments section of this one, the Bad Karmas, it's pretty much this. Man, this could be amazing. It's not, but there's bits and pieces. There's chunks where you feel it, and it is amazing. Which, if you're an early tech adopter, that's very common. Like if you're one of those people who gets the console day one, like I used to be, like you get some garbage from time to time. And that's pretty much what this guy said in here too. He said some other things like it's actually more like 90 minutes to 2 hours of a game. But that begs the question of why are they pushing this so quickly out the door? You have $1 million project that is still like not even beginning to leave the manufacturers yet, not even beginning to get on the boat. You have this one, which in theory, if you wait a little longer and people play it, they're going to fall in love with it. I guess maybe that's their play over the next 30 days. They're just banking that everyone's going to play it and love it. Or if you're more cynical, you might be like, wow, they're really trying to push this out the door because they know that there's a lot of things that aren't great yet. You know, like the other thing that he mentions, which really does feel like a little bit of a downer. And I even took notes on this guy's French video. That's how prepared I was today. Bowers Game Corner, 2 in the lead. It's incomplete until you get more boxes, aka this box. There's supposed to be, I believe, like 3 boxes, and then they're going to sell it all, and then that will be the complete game. It's kind of like what Destiny's did-ish, but not the same. Because with Destiny's, I didn't feel like I had an incomplete game, whereas apparently with this one, it does feel kind of like you just have a third of... Well, maybe not a third. I don't want to put words in this guy's mouth, but he pretty much said it felt incomplete until more boxes. That's what I wrote down, which isn't a great feeling. And then he said, and this is the most damning part to me personally, he said pretty much, meh, it's good, but he'd be willing to part with it, right? He's like, I want to see the other stuff before I get rid of it, but yeah, and it's like, and that doesn't just speak about the games, I think that speaks about the system itself, that he's just like, which scares me a little bit, because I imagine there's going to be people who just want to see this succeed so bad that they pound their chest a little bit too hard, and they are willing to overlook things that they might not otherwise. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is out. It is a thing that exists. This one is not, but I'm not really worried about it because it's a Vampire the Masquerade thing. They made $1 million, so they'll push it out. And then this one is coming out, and it's already funded. So the can you do it aspect of it, honestly, I'm going to give it a check mark for. Because I only expect them to iron out more kinks. And the fact that that made $1 million, and this one's already made $125,000 day one, very good sign. So I'm excited for it. So can you do it? I'm going to go with a nod, yes. But if you really are more curious in it, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you go check out the comment section of the Tebaru Presents the Bad Karmas, or go to the Board Game Geek page and go down to there, and you can see a bunch of people like already starting to be like, oh man, incessant disconnection, and like other issues in particular, I think with like Bluetooth and stuff like that. And then there was also like this other crappy thing that I did want to mention, which was they had said that they were going to give out a stretch goal with the original one, and then they didn't. And the reason being was like it just wasn't going to work so well or something. Yeah, but it was like had something to do with dice chargers or something like that. But apparently they covered it in an update, but it's something that I did want you to know. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know if I want to jump into either game, Cthulhu or Zodiac. I still won't get this system, want to see what other games developers use it, but I really expect that they succeed because I think the idea is great. I do too. But the thing that does concern me is this was like originally Simon's. Like Ravensburger was touching it at some point. There's a lot of potentially big people behind it. So 1 to 5 players, 60 minutes, ages 14 plus. Remember that 60 minutes is probably a total lie because that's what he said in the review. He said, no, it was 90 minutes to 2 hours. He said that was too long. And he said that was solo, that was multiplayer. The Bad Karmas, The Curse of Cthulhu is the first standalone expansion for the Bad Karmas, the thing. So I do like the fact they mentioned the standalone. There's the boxes, there's Tebaru, and then these are, what is this? This is the Curse of Cthulhu. This is the something or other. Okay, boxes. So $292. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with that price at all. I actually feel like that is decent. First, like, honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but that feels decent, right? Like, you're buying a new video game system, and you are buying this miniatures game with a bunch of chunks of minis. That is my daughter crying. Uh-oh, that's not good. Hopefully my son can take care of it, because he's sick with a sore throat. We'll see how this plays out. I might have to cut this one out abruptly. I do apologize. 1 to 5 players, 46 minutes to play, ages 14 plus. Awaken the Ancient Ones. We have these. The Bad Karmas, the Forgotten Ones. Okay, if this is a dream, I should have skipped the jambalaya last night. Feels like I woke up in another body. Is this a quote, or is this... What the hell am I looking at? No way, pretty one, and way back in the 20s. I mean the 1920s. No, I'm standing all draped up in the middle of the let's call it a festival, and everybody's chanting. What the hell am I reading this? Why is that? Why is that there? That's another reason I didn't back before, or this came. I don't really care about Bad Karma's game, just the Tebaru system. Yeah, that's where I am too. Like, this gameplay doesn't really wow me, but it could. Like, but the video didn't, like, compel me. Like, you zooming in on, like, their weapons and making them colored. Like, I didn't see enough of the gameplay. Learn quickly by playing no rule booklet. Wow, that makes it extra odd that it's 90 to 120 minutes that he's doing. And if you're more interested too, go check him out. I'm gonna give him a sub. Bam! Give him a sub, and you can close caption it from French or Spanish or whatever language it is. I'm too stupid to know. All right, so experience the terror, confront your fears. My dog is barking now. This is fantastic. Child whining, dog barking. I hope my son is not freaking out. New to the Bad Karmas, learn more. New to GameFound. I almost wish there was a video right here that I could just click on for like 15 seconds. You know what? $292. That's reasonable. I really do, and that's what I'm getting at, because it's like you're buying a system, you're buying the game. I don't actually feel like that's bad. You break it up to stretch pay, $58 a month. Shipping next Christmas time period, holidays, that's not bad. So $84 for the game if you just want it as an expansion. So that's 11. Okay. The core pledge. So this is to get the other one. Cats and dogs living together. Craziness. So 9 people wanted the Curse of the Zodiac. Okay. And I imagine this one's going to ship even sooner. No, this one's not. So they're doing a second reprint. So they're doing another reprint of this, it looks like. Ooh. 9 pledges is going to have a hard time getting it done, but then I imagine there's going to be the big pledge, which will have this in it as well, and that will also ship November. So that's probably it. But that's a gutsy call then. Because it's, no, this is the Cthulhu Collector. Oh, so this is the Cthulhu Collector pledge if you already have Teveru, so that's 300 people. Cool. That's a good number to see. Cthulhu Core Pledge plus Teveru Bundle. So 4 times. We have a lot of pledges here. My son seems frustrated. Zodiac Core Pledge. Zodiac Big Box. I do apologize. Talks amongst yourself for about 30 seconds. I have never done this before, but I do need to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, buddy, is everything okay? Great job. Thank you for not stressing out, okay? Get me if it gets too stressful, okay? Thank you. Oh, apologies on that. Whew. So, the Terrible Twos. Really hitting pretty hard in my house right now. A lot of pushing boundaries. But, anywho, back to those pledges. Yeah, there's so many pledges. And it gets me concerned, because I want to do numbers. Zodiac Big Box, what is this? The Bad Karmas and the Curse of the Zodiac Big Box includes all of the Zodiac gameplay content. What the hell is this? What's the Zodiac? Oh, that's the other one. That's the other one. So this is the core pledge, and there's the Zodiac Big Box. Okay, now I understand everything. So this is the standard of your old one, which is here for reasons. I imagine it's going to be more for after the fact. Like, I know you're looking at these numbers now and you're like, what? Why are these all here? I imagine they're thinking that these are going to get a lot more once this is done, and that it just sits here on GameFound and people can still back it for like 5-6 months, that sort of thing. So yeah. Either way though, these numbers are really bad. 1369. Okay. Because that concerns me. Because, like, let's look at this. 69 print run, 82 print run, 86 print run, 87 print run, 92 print run. Is that a 92 print run? 101 print run. Now it is day 1. Take backs. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. It's just weird. I'm looking at it. It's just that's so many pledges. It's just unusual. But yeah, they're 101. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Can you do it? Yes. If you are honestly on the fence about this one because of that, I will say I don't feel as concerned about that one as I did before. I don't think it still looks good at all that they're shoving this out the door so incredibly fast before any other reviewers have even had a chance to look at this. Only one. Like, and that, I imagine they'd be more than happy if that number was 0. Really? Like, think in your head. Would they prefer if it was 0 instead of that guy saying, yeah, it's 90 minutes to 2 hours. We have disconnection issues from time to time. Like, because he also mentioned that, too. Like, you think they want that out? Man, I hate to be cynical, but it just feels like they're trying to shove this one out the door before word gets out about things. And then, and honestly, I don't feel like it's a bad idea, because then you can be like, yeah. But then again, this is going to be the one that we're going to do November. It's the second, we're hammering out all the kinks. It's only going to be better. Smart. Got to get that holiday money. Yeah, getting it before the holidays is a good one, because you could easily pitch this as a present. And I almost feel like they should, right? Like, like, oh, hey, here's this video game system that you can get for your teenager who you've been trying to get into board games. Yeah, they play a little King of Tokyo. They used to be Dominion, but now they got a bunch of other stuff they like to do because, you know, they're teenagers. But, like, this might be the thing, and you could get it for, like... Yeah, I definitely feel like that would be a play to potentially lean into that holiday angle. How to play, prepare for battle, use actions and skills. Man, this feels like an afterthought area. Is there just a gameplay video? Please? Pretty please? Especially considering, you know, the game's released, right? So this should be easy to have a gameplay video of at least the system in play. Hopefully it'll be down here. Bueller. Man, I really do not like this page. We just keep going with a bunch of stuff that is nice if you want it. Oh, okay, not 8.8. So it was 8.6. Take backsies. But this is like their advertisement, too. They're advertising 8.6, which I just have a hard time being impressed with, considering there's not even... you say, oh, this is 3 years ago. Like, wait, is this one? Oh, there's another one. Oh, I didn't see this one. Oh, this one's German. Is that a review, though? I don't even know it's a review. The other one said specifically it was opinions. Gameplay video. It doesn't even work. Why would they showcase that? Uh-oh. Here we go. So this is the... Oh, there's a gameplay video. Okay. So they got gameplay video. Cool. Original campaign for the... Okay. Interesting. New boss, 3-player game. So we got gameplay. Quackalope, back in it. Wow. Man, he took a hit, but he's back. 42. Shoot, he's slumming it down here with me. I'm about to hit 30K. Wouldn't that be crazy? Man, that's a fall. That's a fall. He'll get it back. They got a short memory, and he's got great production quality. So we got a bunch of videos here. Nice. Video dump. Looks like there's everything that you can need. Oh, the French guy? Yeah, but that was like an actual opinion. Like, those ones are, I'm going to guess these. Yeah, like, let's actually check the dates of these. Because I'm wondering if these are, old. Wonder if these are the ones from, yeah, that's from 2 years ago. They're using their preview videos? Ew, you're gross. You're gross. No, stop it, Tebru. You're disgusting. You should have money to get new videos in theory, right? Or you shouldn't even have to because you just released the product. So there should be Tom Vassell talking about how much his daughters are wanting to play it. And there should be all these, oh, everybody should be smooching it. Smooching it. Man vs. Meeple should be all of it. Everybody should have brought one home from Essen, either paying for it or got a free one. And there should be tons of videos. And maybe that's what they're banking at. And maybe they're going to come out in the next few weeks. But if they don't, if all these content creators wait until like the very end, that's going to be very telling, because I want you to really think about that. I want you to really think about how, if you were a content creator, you would like to be putting out some new content on this right now. Get into my brain, or at least what should be my brain if I made smart business decisions, which I normally don't. Wow, the green screen is completely gone. Internet, here you go. There's the back. But these are all old videos. That's ew. Ew. Is there any new ones? I clicked on the wrong thing there. Like, I don't think we do. They're just reusing their old videos, which really does scare me. Like, because that's like a really cheap move. Like, that's a cheap, smart move, because most of the time, nobody's going to notice. That also explains the Quackalope, too. I thought that was a little bit odd. That was the thing that was like, huh? Back in the game? Like... Yeesh, and this is why you come to this channel. Nobody's digging this. Like, nobody's digging this deep into this garbage. That most, like, wow, is this, are any of them? Any of them? They are all. Wow, that scares me. That scares me so much. Okay, so there's no gameplay videos at all of this? Is that what we're getting here? Did you just really do that? Whoa. No way. Okay. You know how like 5 minutes ago I said I wasn't nearly as concerned? That concern's a little bit back. Because that's really odd. They're like, yeah, we're just going to put 8 videos here. All the 8 videos are of the prototype. They're not of the new one. They're not, like think of that. Those are all prototype videos, despite the fact they have actual ones that are out in the wild right now. That, like, here. So, whoa. I kind of want to translate this, man. Yeah, we're gonna Google Translate. We're gonna Google Translate because I do. I want to know, because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, wow, that's intentionally you not. Yeah, that's definitely a red flag of all videos being the old game. Come on now, like that's like. Time for taking so much time for the individual games and always reporting your specific player group's experience. Bad Karma is really a pleasant surprise with all the potential in the rather sobering year so far. For me, the question was always whether it could do something different from a Divinity, Original Sins in a hot seat mode. And when there is also a Ladra, since I don't have a tablet, I'm not so much a... Man, they wrote a really long message. I just want the back part. Okay. We'll fade that out of the bag. No, I actually do. I'm very curious to know what like the synopsis of this review is, because if it's the same thing, like that really concerns me. If the only two actual reviews are people like, yeah, in any case, impressed with the game, but the price was just too high for me for a blind back. Okay, so they liked it. Okay, cool. So overall, good impressions. Good. And that's what I thought was reading from the comment section. It was mostly, yeah, I want to like it, or I did like it, or I can see what they're going. Like, it's like they're in the right direction. So really, that makes you wonder if this thing bombs, how that would play out. Like, if this would have bombed, oof, good for them. Glad it didn't, but man, definitely some red flags there. So we got a whole boatload of pledges. So it's buying a new system. I don't have a problem with the price. Let's check out the comments, updates, FAQ. Give this one a grade, I guess. I beat a boss to unlock new cards. Will there be STL files? Let's see the most popular. F5. Wait. That's the lady from the video. Yeah, that's Becca Kazi. I was just copy-pasting her thing. Yeah. Cool. Okay. 2009. Great. Legit. Very excited. Awesome. There's a reviewer excited about the product after playing the regular one, probably from Essen, which is, I guess, what they're banking on. So hopefully that comes out. People love the stuff. Will it be possible to purchase the Curse of the Zodiac at retailers, or will be provided here in the campaign? Okay. And then they got 7 updates. Man, this is such an odd project. It really does feel just so odd. And it's not just because of the app. Or maybe it is the technology. I don't know. There's the guy who, for whatever reason, was talking. Very prepackaged, boring update. Nothing exciting here. Except like, hey, we have the stuff. Like, I'm not dogging on this. It's just like this was made weeks, months in advance. They just copy pasted, and that's fine. It's something we've done before, so hopefully they do try and engage people in the future ones, though. Okay. Final grade. Well, let's see a post-campaign complete revisit on how the campaign and everything shaped out on this one. Yeah, like this one, like 3 years down the line. Because I'm sure I've covered some other technology, and that's one thing I want to do. So one thing, quick show note, a little behind the corner, because if you watch this channel, you know I kind of be very transparent, is that I have now pivoted positions at Hero Time Manufacturing, so there's not going to be any Hero Time Manufacturing content on the channel anymore. I'm now like a contractor, and this is not like a surprise. We've been talking about this for months and months and months. So I'll be doing rulebook work and stuff like that, and Kickstarter stuff. But yeah, so, but that's the other thing. So now I'm trying to think of, like, what I could do with the channel, because I have a lot more time to focus on the channel, and that might be something I do, is going back and revisiting Kickstarter critiques. And I also feel like there's a potential gold mine of, like, YouTube shortifying some of these Kickstarter critiques, like, when there's, like, a minute of just, like, because if you watch this channel, there's, like, some, like, it's 35 minutes, but damn it, there's 7 minutes of solid gold. And if I could just find those 7 minutes and put them in YouTube shorts, that'd be great. Final grade on this one. Do I want it? I do. But I need to take off my technology rose-colored glasses and say, I'm very concerned at the fact that there is no gameplay video for this. The fact that there is no rule booklet for this. The fact that there are, like, there's not even a preview for this. Like, I'm like, not even a gameplay video, but a freaking preview. And that is, like, the absolute bare minimum. But once again, they tricked everybody. Like, they tricked everybody, because it's like, oh, yeah, there's videos. I'm good. But then when you're like, oh, wait, those aren't the videos of the actual game. Oh, wait, those aren't the videos of the actual game in its final version. Those are prototype videos. And then it's like, then you're like, whoa, what the hell's up with that? That seems so weird. So hopefully put up some more gameplay videos and hopefully more come out. But here's the thing. Before you pull the trigger on this, I 100%. I would wait until the very end. Well, first, do they have stretch goals? They didn't have stretch goals. So yeah, I'd wait until the very end. There's no reason to back now because there's nothing exciting at all. Okay. Wait. Oh, they do have stretch goals. They just weren't exciting when I got to them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so what do I... It's just... wow. Great pictures of nothing and generic... Yeah, that's... Okay, so they're not making their stretch goals exciting. But I would 100% check 48 hours before, and I would go look at some independent reviews and thoughts on this. Because I know some people said it was, like, amazing, and it felt like they were back at, like, a LAN in, like, the 90s. If you're that old, then you can remember when everybody used to get together and, like, drink Mountain Dew and play Counter-Strike for hours, and Team Fortress Classic was fantastic, amazing, and they were like, that gave me that same vibe. But the other thing this guy mentioned, too, was that everybody has to have a phone, too. Like, it's not just app-driven, but everybody has to have the phone in front of them, or there has to be, like, a dedicated tablet, and then you have to pass that around. So if you're like, you don't want everybody touching your thing, or everybody touching your phone, and then there's this other thing where, like, if even the slightest thing updates on your phone, or if you accidentally exit out, it screws it up, which hopefully that's like software stuff that they'll fix in the future. But that's what I'm getting at right there. With something like this, where it could literally be broken and dead, potentially, because it is so attached to the video game peripheral aspect of it, I would totally go check Board Game Geek and just read through the most recent videos, comments, that sort of stuff, because I'm sure there's going to be tons of people getting it out at Essen, who got it at Essen or playing it after Essen and just excited about it. But yeah, it definitely does seem suspicious how early they're pushing this out, especially considering they haven't shipped them all out to everybody, apparently. So final grade, do I want it? Yeah, I do. But I would do some research. Can you do it? Yeah, it's out. I am concerned. I have concerns. And that one I'm honestly going to go with a check minus on just because of those videos are very off-putting to me as a content creator. Right? And And here's the thing. If you got yourself a Tabaroo and you had an experience, it was a very bad experience, it really feels weird to be the first person to post a review about it. I've been that person. You feel like a gigantic tool. And you had better make sure that you did everything right. Because if you didn't, like, because that's the first thing people see if there's nothing else. And it's yeah, and I'm just concerned. That's all. Can you do it? Check minus, but yeah, I'm there. And how much is it? Seems Kickstarter reasonable. Once again, it's a big box full of plastic and minis, but this one also has a video game system to it, so I don't have a problem with the price. So final grade, C minus, D. Yeah, I'm about in that range. Because at the end of the day, nothing here wowed me. Like, I can't point to one thing and be like, oh yeah, that was a good time. Like, the video was fine. It was cool, showing me stuff. I like that. So the video was cool. But other than that, nothing else did anything for me. So yeah. See if you're concerned. Yeah, I think with C minus, D plus range, I think I go D plus. Yeah, no rule booklet, no gameplay video. Ooh, maybe I'm being too nice to the D plus. No rule booklet, no gameplay video, no preview, no reviews of either of their previous two games. Because once again, this is their third game they're trying to get pushed out the door. One is out, but not really. One is not out at all. That's really concerning. Especially considering they're already talking about the third thing in this. Because once again, I'm pretty sure there's like another thing that's going to be here. And it's just, there's so much cart in front of the horse. But when you're developing a video game system, you have to have the cart in front of the horse. Because if you don't have enough games, the system dies. Go look at the, yeah, it's just, look at a lot of different systems. So I'm going to go with the C minus. My brain says D plus. I'm going to give them a little bit of a nod for the C minus. But then you know what? F that. Go D plus. No rule booklet. No rule booklet. No gameplay. No preview. No videos of the actual second game you have, just the prototype second game. That's bogus. D plus. I'm going to get out before I give it a D. So, final grade, D plus. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for this. And if you go purchase this, you live in Indiana, let me know. Come over to your house. Bring some Mountain Dew and we can play. No review is terrible. Yeah, no reviews at all of terrible of a finished product. Like, that's just... The more I think about that, the more terrible that is. Like, I really want you to think about how bad that is. Because it's not just that there's no reviews. This is an expansion, and there's no reviews of the base game yet. Let that sink in. Let that sit in. Doesn't feel good, does it? Yeah, D+. Getting out of here before I give it a D. You can talk me into it, though. Bye-bye.